everyone, welcome to Desi Nordic. My name is Jayesh and today I will be talking about Swedish salaries and taxes. So we will start with the gross salaries and the applicable taxes. Then we will take a look at the benefits and how they affect your gross salary and the taxes. And finally we will take a look into the hidden cost and the total cost to an employer for hiring an individual. So the format of the video would be I will go through a Google Sheet where I have imported some text data and included some formulas, and then we will take a look at the sample salary slip in Sweden. So let's get to it. So as you can see in the sheet, in column A you have different items which includes your gross salary, taxes and net salaries, and we'll go through them one by one. And in column B will be all the numbers. The yellow cells in column B are where you have to enter your data. So for instance, in B2 we have to enter the monthly gross salary. So today for our example we will take a monthly salary of 50,000 Swedish kronors, and the moment we hit enter you see there is a certain tax applicable on that. So how is that tax calculated? So in Sweden there are different tax tables, and which table is applicable to you depends upon where you live. So I have taken table 33 as an example, but you can find out which table is applicable to you in your salary slip. I can also show you later in the sample salary slip where this table number is mentioned. But for the example here, we go through this table 33. So after you find out which table is applicable to you, you go to the Skatteverket website, which is Swedish tax agency, and search for Skattet tabeller. Pardon my Swedish pronunciation. Then you go and click on the first link here, and as you can see here there are multiple tables from 29 to 42 for year 2026. We are taking table 33 as an example, so click on that and here you can see this PDF document. So how to read this table? So on the top it says tax deductions for monthly salary for the year 2026, table 33. So cross check that you have the right table, and then on the left we have our salary ranges, and on the right from column 1 to 6 there are different tax categories. So which tax category is applicable to you? So if you are under age of 65, then this category number 1 is for you. So we will take an example based on only for that category today. So we scroll down to our example salary of 50,000 Swedish kronor, which is here. So as you can see, for the salary range of 49,801 to 50,000, the tax is 11,702. So you can enter whichever is your salary, and if you have table 33 as the tax table for you, then the sheet will automatically calculate the respective tax for you. Otherwise, you can open the respective table from the website and then see which taxes what are the correct taxes for your salary. So what I have done here is I have imported that data in the tax sheets down there, monthly tax, and you can do so with any other table. So with that tax, you have your net salary, 38,298. So one side note on the tax here is that up until a salary threshold, which I think this year it's around 55,000 SEK. And if you have salary above that threshold, on that additional salary, there is a flat 20% tax, which then goes to the Swedish government or the federal government. And that's what's also meant by marginal taxes. That is, if you earn more, you pay more taxes as well. So with this tax, you have your net salary here. Now this is the monthly salary what you see on your slip, which is you are mostly concerned with. In addition to that, there are certain costs which your employer has to pay. So one of them is called Arbetsgivareavgift or employer's contribution, and Arbetsgivareavgift is 31.42% of your gross salary, and that is the fixed amount which then funds social security programs and pension systems. Additionally, depending on what your contract has, you can also have Tjänstepension or occupational pension. From my personal experience, all of my employers have provided Tjänstepension. So if you also have Tjänstepension, so just click on yes, and the sheet will automatically calculate the occupational pension for you here. If you want to look deeper into Arbetsgivareavgift and Tjänstepension, I have provided the link in the sheet. So feel free to explore, or let me know in the comments if you want me to cover those in a future video. So with this, the total cost to your employer comes at 67,960. What does that include? That's your base salary, the employer's contribution or Arbetsgivareavgift, and occupational pension or Tjänstepension. And this is the beauty of the Swedish social system. So even though you have your base salary, you don't see what else your employer is contributing, which then funds the social security system. You as an employee don't need to pay anything apart from these taxes. That means your healthcare is free, your education is free if you choose to study, then your kids is preschool, schooling, university, healthcare, everything is included. And that's what makes Scandinavian countries, including Sweden, stand out, that they have a really strong social system. From this net home pay, you only pay your groceries, rent, and personal expenses. Everything else is covered for you. And you don't need to do anything manually. Everything is calculated in the tables, whatever taxes are applicable, and then your employer deducts your taxes based on your gross salaries and benefit. Now let's take an example of a benefit. So I will take Förmånsvärde, which is a benefit car, or Tjänstepension company car. How is that taxed? Let's say you have a base salary again of 50,000 SEK. So I put 50,000 here. Then the taxes are same as we calculated above, or as we saw above. Then so let's say you have a Förmånsvärde which cost 5,000 SEK per month, and that makes your total gross salary of 55,000. So base salary plus the benefit of as a car you have, which is worth 5,000. That's your gross salary, and then the tax is calculated on that total gross salary, which is 55,000, which ends up being 13,352. Again, this is from the same tax table which I used above, table 33. It goes without saying, if you have a different table, this tax will be calculated on that table. So that gives your in-hand net salary as 36,648, and which makes the net value of the company car or the benefit 1,650 SEK per month. Then in addition to that, as I said, the 31.42 of your total gross salary, which in this case is 55,000, will be your Arbetsgivareavgift, employer's contribution, and then occupational pension, which we discussed above as well. With all those, the total cost to the company adds up to 72,281. So what does that mean? So to hire someone with a base salary of 50,000 who also has a company car benefit of 5,000 SEK, the company pays 72,281. So that is the complete package, or CTC, cost to company. Now let's take a look at the vacation days. In Sweden, it's very common to have 28 to 30 days of paid vacation days, and the common practice is that most of the people take 4 weeks, which is around 20 days during summer vacation. So I won't go in depth here about vacation days, but if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, or if you need to cover it in another video, do let us know. Then looking at the tax split, as I said, up until a certain salary threshold, all your taxes collected goes to the municipality, which then funds your local schools, preschools, hospitals, etc. And if you have salary above that threshold, that tax goes to the state of Sweden, which then funds national universities, defense programs, and social welfare systems. There are also some small deductions or avgift, for example, church fee, if you're a member of the church, or funeral fee. And if you want me to cover this topic as well in the future, just drop in the comments. Now, moving on to the employer's contribution. As we saw earlier in the video, 31.42% of your gross salary is paid out by your employer to the government, which then funds different social programs, including the elderly pension, which is 10.21% of the 31%. I won't go in depth here, maybe we covered this in a future video. And then Tjänstepension, which adds to your pensions directly. So now let's take a look at the sample salary slip. So as you see, your salary slip might look different, but the main items remain the same. So you will have your learn period, which is from when to when you are getting paid. So here I've taken example of 1st of January till 31st of January, that is the month of January 2026. Then you will have your personal details on the right here, and then coming to the main part, which is the månadslön or monthly income. So here I have taken 160 hours per month, but it could be different for you, it could be 140. Nevertheless, your monthly income remains the same. With our example of 50,000 Swedish SEK, we go down and take a look at the tax column here. So as you see, skatt beräknad på, which means tax calculated on gross salary of 50,000 SEK. For Förmån benefit, we haven't taken any, but if you have something, that will be added to your gross salary. And this is where you find which table is applicable for you. You will see something like table, and here I have taken 33, but it could be different for you. And if it's different, open the respective table and then check your taxes. Engångsskatt is one-time tax. For example, if you get a performance bonus or any lump sum amount, that will be flat taxed at 54%. And then preliminary Arbetsgivareavgift or employer's contribution, which is 31.42% of your gross salary of 50,000. Then what will be paid out? So since you don't have any benefits, so your gross salary is equal to your base salary, then the respective tax gives you 38,298 net salary to be paid out on 25th of January 2026 as an example. but it's also pretty common that you get paid on 25th of every month, or every employer pays out on 25th. If it's a weekend, then the salaries could be paid out on the Friday before or the Monday after. And you can also see your vacation days here, how many you have. I have just used some dummy numbers, but it could be a good ledger of how many vacation days you have left and how many of them are paid and so on. So that was all from my side today. To sum up what we discussed today, we went through a Google sheet where you could see the gross salaries and how taxes are calculated. In my case, I had taken table 33. You could use a different table. And we also checked how benefits are taxed in Sweden. And we also saw the hidden cost for employers in the form of Tjänstepension and Arbetsgivareavgift. So feel free to download this sheet. I will provide it in the video description. So plug in your numbers, see how much tax you have to pay. And I'm interested to know, what is the effective tax rate you end up paying? Is it more or less than what you had thought about taxes or tax rates in Sweden? Do let me know in the comments. Until then, thank you, and if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments, and we will meet again soon. Hey do!